Take a look at this. I can select a product from a drop-down list. Pick a date using this built-in calendar. Enter the quantity received, and instantly, the unit price, total cost, stock balance, and profit update automatically. Now let's record a sale. Select the product, choose the date, enter the quantity sold, and watch what happens. Everything updates in real time. No manual calculations. No complicated formulas. Just a smart, automated inventory system. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to build this dynamic stock management tracker in Excel from scratch. Let's get started, but before, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. Thanks. Step 1. Create the template. First, type the title. Stock Management Tracker. Now let's create the first table. Name it Stock In. Next, add the column headings. Serial number, date, product, quantity, price per unit, and total cost. Perfect. Now let's create the second table. Name it Stock Out. Most of the headings will be the same. Type serial number, date, product, quantity, but this time, replace the last column with total revenue. Excellent. Now let's create the third table. This one is called Balance in Stock. Add the following headings. Serial number, product name, quantity in stock, alert, and finally, add one more column for profit calculations. Great, and ready for the next step. First, adjust the width of the blank column on the left. Next, insert one blank row above the title. Now select the title cells and click Merge and Center. Increase the font size. Make it bold. Apply a professional background color. Then choose a contrasting font color so the title stands out. Much better. Now merge the title cells for each section. First, Stock In. Next, Stock Out. Then Balance in Stock. And finally, Profit. Perfect. Now select all the column headings. Make them bold. Center align the text both horizontally and vertically. Now, let's adjust the column widths across the entire worksheet. Resize each column based on the data it will contain. This makes the tracker easier to read and gives it a polished appearance. Next, let's add some color. Apply a dark green fill to the Stock In title. Then use a light green fill for its column headings. Now do the same for the other tables. Choose a different color theme for each one. This makes every section easy to identify at a glance. Now make a few final adjustments to the column widths so everything fits neatly on the screen. Next, select the unused area of the worksheet. Apply a light gray fill color. This clearly separates your working area from the rest of the sheet and gives your tracker a professional dashboard look. Now add borders to each table. Choose a border color that matches the theme of each section. Finally, fill the blank columns between the tables and the blank area above them with a purple color. Excellent! Our stock management tracker now has a clean, organized, and professional layout. Now we're ready to add the smart features that will automate everything. Step 3. Create dynamic drop-down lists and auto serial numbers. First, select the product column in all three tables. Go to the Data tab. Click Data Validation. Under Allow, choose List. Now click the source box. Switch to Sheet 2 and select the range containing your product names. Click OK. That's it. Now watch this. Click any drop-down arrow. Instantly, you can choose a product from the list. No typing. No spelling mistakes. Just a quick and accurate selection. Now fill in the product names for all 3 tables. Excellent. Let's make a few final adjustments to the column widths so everything looks clean and perfectly aligned. Now it's time to automate the serial numbers. Click the first serial number cell in the stock and table. Enter the sequence function. Inside it, use the countif function to count the product names in the product column. Press Enter. Look at that. As soon as you select a product, the serial number appears automatically. No dragging formulas. No manual numbering. Now copy the same formula to the stockout table. Then repeat the process for the balance in stock table. Now let's test it. Add another product name. And another one. See what happens? The serial numbers update automatically every time you add a new product. That's the power of dynamic Excel formulas. Our stock management tracker is getting smarter with every step. Next step is to add transaction data and smart formulas. Now, let's start entering our inventory transactions. First, enter the quantities in the stock and table. Next, let's make date entry much faster. Go to the Developer tab. Click Add-ins and insert a mini calendar. Now select any date cell. Simply click a date on the calendar, and it's inserted instantly. Fast, accurate, and no more typing dates manually. Now add the purchase dates for all your stock and transactions. Then do the same for your stockout transactions. Next, enter the quantities sold in the stockout table. Perfect. Next step is to automatically retrieve the price per unit for each product. Click the first price per unit cell. We're going to use this lookup function. Type an equal sign. Now enter lookup and open the parenthesis. First, select the product cell. This is the value Excel will search for. Type a comma. Next, select the product name column on Sheet 2 and lock by pressing F4. This is the lookup array, where Excel searches for the matching product. Type another comma. Now select the price per unit column on Sheet 2 and also lock it. This is the return array, telling Excel which value to bring back when it finds a match. Close the parenthesis and press Enter. Just like that, Excel automatically returns the correct unit price for the selected product. Now drag the formula down the entire column. Notice the problem? Rows without a product display an error. Let's clean that up. Wrap the entire lookup formula inside the if error function. If error tells Excel, if the formula returns an error, display a blank cell instead. Press Enter. Perfect. The errors disappear, and your worksheet looks much cleaner. Now drag the updated formula down again. Excellent. Finally, let's calculate the total cost. Click the first total cost cell. Type an equal sign. Select the quantity cell. Type the multiplication symbol. Now select the price per unit cell. Press Enter. Excel instantly calculates the total purchase cost for that transaction. Now drag the formula down. Done. Every stock purchase now calculates automatically, making your inventory tracker faster, more accurate, and completely dynamic. Step 5. Automate stockout balance, alerts, and profit. Now let's automate the rest of our stock management tracker. First, we'll automatically retrieve the sales price per unit for every item sold. Click the first price per unit cell in the stockout table. We're going to use the lookup function again. Type an equal sign. Now enter lookup and open the parenthesis. First, select the product cell. This is the value Excel will search for. Type a comma. Now select the product name list on Sheet 2. This is the lookup array, where Excel searches for the matching product. Type another comma. Next, select the sales price column on Sheet 2. This is the return array, telling Excel which value to return when it finds a match. Close the parenthesis and press Enter. Instantly, Excel retrieves the correct selling price for the selected product. Now drag the formula down the column. Notice those errors in the empty rows? No problem. Let's fix them. Wrap the entire lookup formula inside the if error function. If error simply tells Excel. If the formula returns an error, display a blank cell instead. Press Enter. Perfect. The errors disappear, and the table looks much cleaner. Now drag the updated formula all the way down. Excellent. Next, let's calculate the total revenue. Click the first total revenue cell. Type an equal sign. Select the quantity sold. Type the multiplication symbol. Now select the sales price per unit. Press Enter. Excel instantly calculates the revenue from each sale. Now drag the formula down. If your results contain decimal places and you prefer whole numbers, simply use the decrease decimal button to round the values. Much cleaner. Next step is to automate stock balance, alerts, and profit. Now it's time to make our stock management tracker truly intelligent. Let's do it step by step. Calculate quantity available in stock. Click the first quantity cell in the balance in stock table. We'll use the SUMIF function. Type an equal sign. Now type SUMIF and open the parenthesis. First, select the product column from the stock in table. This is the range Excel will search to find matching product names. Now press F4. This locks the entire range by adding $signs. Locking the range is very important. When we copy the formula down, this range must stay fixed. Type a comma. Now select the current product name in the balance table. This is the criteria. It's the product Excel is looking for. Notice we do not press F4 here. We want this reference to change to the next product when we drag the formula down. Type another comma. Now select the quantity column from the stock in table. This is the sum range. Excel will add all the quantities for the matching product. Press F4 again to lock this range. Now close the parenthesis. So far, Excel has calculated the total quantity received for the selected product. Now we need to subtract the quantity that has already been sold. Type a minus sign. Enter another SUMIF function. Open the parenthesis. Select the product column from the stockout table. Press F4 to lock the range. Type a comma. Select the same product name cell. Again, leave this reference unlocked because it needs to change for each row. Type another comma. Now select the quantity sold column. Press F4 to lock this range as well. Close the parenthesis. Now press Enter. Let's understand what happened. The first SUMIF adds together every unit purchased for this product. The second SUMIF adds together every unit sold. Then Excel subtracts the sold quantity from the purchased quantity. The result is your current inventory balance. Now drag the formula down. Every product now displays its available stock automatically. No manual calculations required. Create a low stock alert. Now let's make sure Excel warns us before inventory runs out. Click the first alert cell. Type an equal sign. Now type if and open the parenthesis. First, select the quantity in stock cell. Type less than 5. Type a comma. Now type low stock inside quotation marks. This is the message Excel will display when stock falls below 5 units. Type another comma. Now type 2 quotation marks with nothing between them. This tells Excel to leave the cell blank whenever stock is 5 or more. Close the parenthesis. Press Enter. Now drag the formula down. Watch what happens. Whenever the available quantity drops below 5, Excel automatically displays low stock. It's a simple formula, but it's incredibly useful for preventing stock shortages. Calculate profit automatically. Now let's calculate the profit for every product. Click the first profit cell. We'll use two SUMIF functions again. The first one calculates total revenue. The second calculates total cost. Then we'll subtract one from the other. Type an equal sign. Now enter SUMIF and open the parenthesis. Select the product column from the stockout table. Press F4 to lock the range. Type a comma. Select the current product name. Leave this reference unlocked. Type another comma. Now select the total revenue column. Press F4 to lock the range. Close the parenthesis. This part adds together all the revenue generated by the selected product. Now type a minus sign. Enter another SUMIF function. Select the product column from the stock in table. Press F4 to lock the range. Type a comma. Select the current product name again. Leave this reference unlocked. Type another comma. Now select the total cost column. Press F4 to lock the range. Close the parenthesis. Press Enter. Let's break it down. The first SUMIF adds every dollar earned from selling that product. The second SUMIF adds every dollar spent purchasing that product. Excel subtracts the cost from the revenue, giving you the total profit for that product instantly. Now drag the formula down. That's it. Your stock management tracker now updates inventory levels, low stock alerts, and profit automatically. You've just built a fully dynamic stock management tracker in Excel from scratch. Now you can easily record purchases, track product sales, monitor live inventory levels, receive automatic low stock alerts, calculate total cost, revenue, and profit, and manage your inventory with confidence. The best part? Everything updates automatically as soon as you enter a new transaction. No manual calculations. No repetitive work. Just a smart, professional inventory system that saves time and reduces errors. I hope this tutorial helped you learn some practical Excel skills that you can use in your daily work or business. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to our channel, Center of Best Learnings, for more Excel tutorials, dashboards, formulas, VBA automation, and productivity tips. You can also download this complete inventory management tracker using the link in the description below and start using it right away. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next Excel tutorial.